Hi, welcome once again to Starseed Rising 333. I'm glad you've tuned back into this channel, and if it's your first time, welcome. And before I start this topic, I just want to once again thank all my viewers, my subscribers, my supporters, anyone that's tuned in to watch my videos out on YouTube. Thank you for your support, whatever you did in the past and whatever you're about to do right now or later after watching or listening to this reading is much appreciated, and it does help the channel. Today's topic is just going to be the all about um tobacco, okay, and also cannabis. And I'm just going to just talk a bit about these two herbs, all right, because I there's there's been a lot of um tales, myths, okay, regarding these two herbs, okay, and I just want to sort of bring justice and truth, okay, to the myths, beliefs around cannabis and tobacco, okay, and also um uh have the opportunity to help, okay, eradicate this scaremongering, okay, and demonization, okay, about cannabis, okay, as well as tobacco, okay. So the first thing I want to discuss is cannabis, all right. Now, cannabis, okay, is a herb, all right. It is a herb, and it's very interesting to know that because when I grew up, I didn't know that, okay. I just was, there was a lot of things going around, okay. People always associated cannabis as some form of destructive drug, but it's actually a herb, okay. And it's very much associated with the planet Saturn, okay, um and it's, you know most commonly known, okay, as marijuana, okay. Now, the cannabis plant, okay, from what I have learned, has been used as a drug for both rec- recreational, okay, and also therapeutic purposes, and in various traditional medicines, and is also used, okay, holistically, all right. And cannabis, okay, should never be classified as a drug, okay. It's actually a herb, okay. And cannabis is mostly used for recreational purposes, okay, and also for medicinal purposes, although it may be used also for spiritual or realistic purposes, okay. Now, when Bob Marley, okay, you must have heard of Bob Marley, okay, who was a famous reggae musician. So, okay, when he was alive, he was once in an interview, okay, he was once asked, okay, what is the difference, okay, between alcohol and cannabis, okay, and he said that alcohol only makes you drunk, the pure cannabis, not the ones that is being sold on the street, okay. Bob Marley was talking about the pure cannabis, okay. He said the pure cannabis, used in small amounts, can help to quiet the mind and to help you meditate, okay. In other words, what he's trying to say, he also went on, okay, to say in the interview that it says that it helps the subconscious mind, which is linked to the divine consciousness, and intuition, which is the language of the soul, you know. And to be honest with you, if you were to, I mean, most spiritualists, okay, um, as well as a lot of Rastafarians or anyone that very much is into uh, the Rastafari movement will agree, okay, that um, Bob Marley was he was a prophet, okay, he was a prophet, and if you listen to his music, I mean, some of the words, okay, that he says in the songs, you could tell, okay, that he was somebody who knew himself. He was very grounded. He had a very good connection with the Most High. And a lot of the things that he discussed or he mentioned in his songs, a lot of these things are happening now. A lot of people during this great awakening is realizing that a lot of the things that he was saying is true. Okay, and he is a prophet and is also an ancestor in the spiritual realm. Okay, now I just want to just talk a little bit about uh, cannabis and the law. Okay, now cannabis, okay, according to the law, okay, it's classed as a Class B drug, okay, in the United Kingdom. Okay, I don't know about other places, but I'm just telling you what it is considered as or what it is classed as in the United Kingdom. Okay, now it has been illegal um, for recreational use in the UK since 1928 and was classified as a classic drug in um, 2004 with less severe penalties. Sorry, it was classed as a Class C drug, okay, in 2004 with less severe penalties. Okay, however, it was moved back to a Class B drug in 2009. Okay, and in November 2018, the UK legalized the medicinal use of cannabis when prescribed by a registered specialist doctor. All right. So, um, okay. So the it's been changed. Okay. So this whole thing about regarding cannabis, regarding the law. Okay. In November 2018. All right. It has some form of legality around it. Okay. But obviously, this drug has to be prescribed by a registered specialist doctor. Okay. Now the argument, okay, regarding about all around or surrounding cannabis, okay, although it is now legalized, okay, there are some conditions, okay, that is attached to its use. Now some people believe that cannabis, okay, is a gateway drug, meaning its usage, okay, can lead to harder drugs such as cocaine and heroin. Okay, but after doing my own research, okay, what I've come to the conclusion, okay, that that's not true. Okay, because um out of a lot of people, okay, who were surveyed, all right, it's just a small percentage of people, okay, who claim to say that uh, by using cannabis, okay, it has tempted them to use harder drugs, all right, and but I would say that I would say, okay, first of all right, that only a small percentage has done that, okay, but that a large percentage, okay, of people, okay, they found that a large percentage of people, okay, who have experimented with um, other drugs like cocaine and heroin have never even used cannabis. So, that is something which is surprising to know. Okay. And also, you have a lot of people who drink alcohol or smoke cigarettes, okay, tobacco cigarettes, have never used cannabis, okay. And another thing which I found doing my research, I found out that um, harder drugs, okay, are more associated with the elite, especially like cocaine. All right, it's very, very popular among the elite, okay, because to the rich, okay, they or the elite, all right, consider cannabis as being something like a poor man's drug, okay. And most of the times, when you hear um celebrities, okay, having problems or addictions, okay, they normally will say that they have a coke addiction. I think coke is the most popular one, all right. Or in some very small cases, okay, you'll find, or a small percentage, okay, of famous people or of the elite, okay, will say that they have a problem with heroin, all right. And or you will find that a lot of the elite, okay, or famous people will say that they have a problem with alcohol, but very rare. It's a very small percentage, okay, will say they have a problem with cannabis, okay, because as I said, cannabis is seen as the poor man's drug, okay. And just for your information, okay, regarding cannabis in terms of uh, medicinal or medical use, okay, cannabis, okay, is used, okay, to help relieve chronic and severe pain, okay, is also used um, when it comes to pain associated with forms of cancer, okay, is also used to help in terms of anyone who is suffering from muscle skeletal diseases, is also used as well to relieve muscle spasms, is also used, okay, in regards to um, uh, epilepsy and uh, migraine medications, and also in regards to glaucoma as well. And these are some things that I didn't know until I did I was, or I should say, putting this video all together. Right. So now I'm going to go back and just discuss a little bit about tobacco. Okay, and as I said earlier on, tobacco is a herb. All right. Now, um, tobacco, okay, is associated with the planet Mars. All right. The tobacco plant is commonly used, okay, among indigenous groups across, especially across the Americas. It is used as a form of a like to cleanse, all right, and also it's used, okay, especially when it comes to these indigenous groups, okay, it's used um as a form of offering, okay, to the spirits, all right, and it's widely used by shamans in the Amazon, and is considered to be a teacher forward slash master plant. Okay, now besides spiritual purposes, it is also used for medicinal purposes, as I said a bit earlier, such as healing earaches, snake bites, cuts, burns, fever, convulsions, nervous issues, etc. And it makes sense because, I mean, I've been or worked among people in the past, okay, where, like sometimes they might be a bit nervous about something, and they'll probably ask, do you have a cigarette or something like that. So and sometimes even when you watch films, or TV programs, or like soap operas and things like that, sometimes they will say, oh, do you have a cigarette or something? You see them like trembling or whatever. So I think that, I mean, just verifies, okay, that bit when it comes to nervous issues. Okay, now in Western cultures, okay, um we are also, okay, led to believe, okay, that uh that heavy smoking, or the heavy smoking of tobacco, which is obviously the most common, okay, cigarette smoking can cause respiratory problems or diseases such as lung cancer, um, okay, um, but an author, okay, who is a spiritualist, okay, and herbalist, claim that the tobacco plant in natural form can help heal respiratory diseases. So there is there is a difference here, okay, in terms of uh um the problem with tobacco smoking. So some, okay, claim that it can cause respiratory diseases and lung cancer, so on. And then you got other herbalists who fail to differ. Okay, but what I'm trying to say here as well, okay, that we need to not only understand, okay, that tobacco, okay, itself is a herb, and we also have to remember, okay, that when it is, this, from what I have learned, okay, that uh cigarettes, okay, the cigarette itself, okay, it doesn't just contain tobacco. Okay, there are a lot of chemicals that are put in the product, okay, that leads to the cigarette, okay, the what is sold on the open market. All right, but in other words, what I'm also trying to say is that if you use it as a herb without any other chemical, okay, being added to it, then it's fine. Okay, but where the problem lies is, okay, like with the cigarette itself, okay, not only the product here inside the cigarette is tobacco, but they've also added other chemicals. And from my research, okay, from what I have found, okay, and is that what is causing people to become addictive to cigarette smoking, okay, and what is causing respiratory diseases and problems, okay, including lung cancer as well, is the chemicals which is added, all right, to the tobacco, okay, during the cigarette uh making process. Okay, this is what I was guided to say, and this is what I have concluded, okay, in my research. That is what is causing the problem. All right, so it's not the tobacco itself, okay, it is the chemicals that is added to the tobacco during the cigarette making process. All right. Um, and another thing here, okay, the um as well, is that even in with the indigenous cultures, okay, they, as I said before, you can they use it, okay, but they, as I said, they mostly use it in or for holistic, okay, or ritual purposes, not something like how the way it is being used, okay, in westernized um, cultures. Okay, so these are just important facts. Okay, that I was guided to say, um, you know, and even as I said before, like even with the cannabis as well, if you use it in pure form in small amounts, um, that shouldn't cause a problem, and it shouldn't be a problem really. Okay, but if you like sort of misuse it or abuse it, in other words, and one of the ways that you can abuse it, okay, or okay, um that will sort of encourage you to misuse it, okay, is if you buy the ones, okay, which is sold in the streets, okay, which is added. There's so much chemicals and things added in it, okay, and this is what causes a lot of problems, and that's why a lot of people, okay, suffer from the effects of us using the product, is because it's as I said, it's not, there is nothing wrong with uh, the pure cannabis or the pure tobacco. It's the chemicals, okay, what is added, okay, together with these herbs. That is what, that's where the problem lies. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. It was just to just bring the true facts, okay, about tobacco, okay, and cannabis. All right, and I hope whatever you've heard today, okay, is going to give you a better understanding of these two herbs. All right. And again, if you did enjoy listening or watching this video, please don't forget to click the like button, subscribe or share, or just leave a comment. Thank you for watching. See you next time, and goodbye.